I'm sitting here with the co-founder of Everdrop. David, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. You have chosen sustainability as your, I want to say, entrepreneurial motto. What is the impact that you want to have with Everdrop?
Yeah. So in general, it's like our mission is to deplastify the homes of the people. Mm-hmm. So why that? Because if you look around your flat or your house and you open up, for example, your cleaning cupboard, you see single-use plastic all over. If you go in your bathroom, there's single-use plastic all over. And we all know that global warming is one of the biggest threats for humankind. We are polluting our planet to death, and so we desperately need to do something, and the big corporates won't change. There's the innovator's dilemma of big companies, and so we felt, okay, there is like a multi-billion-dollar industry that hasn't innovated for years, and we need to do something. So this is like why and how we started.
And I'm being ignorant right now. Recycling, we have recycling, don't we?
Yeah, we do have recycling. The sad story about recycling is, for example, in Germany, we call ourselves recycling world champions. Yeah, it's like a big thing. Nevertheless, in terms of plastic, only 15% really get recycled. So 15, 1-5, yeah. And the rest is, burned or transported into foreign countries. And it's kind of like, we are not there yet. There is like materials like paper. They do have a very good recycling ratio. I think it's something around 80%. So it's actually smarter to use paper. And this brings us to actually directly to the solution of our products. So if you, for example, look at the core of Everdrop, so what we do and why we do it is, let's take cleaning detergent or body wash. That was some of our products. So why are they packaged in plastic? The answer is quite easy, because it's liquid, and somehow you need to transport liquid, and therefore plastic is a good material. But if you look a little bit more detailed into the liquid, what is it? And it's mostly just water. And we all have water in our home. So the question just raises, okay, why the hell do companies transport tons of water throughout the country in trucks, which is also a lot of CO2 emissions, just that we buy single-use plastic? And the story doesn't actually end there. So if you go even further and then you finish your body wash, or your cleaning detergent, you throw the empty bottle away. What very few people realize is you're throwing away a perfectly working piece of product. Like you could use the spray bottle for many more years, and you're throwing it away to buy again water and single-use plastic, and it's just bizarre. So what we invented is like a little tab or powder, and you just take your tap water and put in our Everdrop or our drop or our powder, and then you create your own cleaning detergent, personal care product, body wash, whatever you want. And by that's the question for you. Like, our impact is we not only reduce a single plastic bottle each time, but we also reduce CO2 emissions and actually the whole absurdity of the industry. And this is especially important because cleaning detergent needs everyone. Personal care, body wash, like everybody needs it. It's not like something that I could potentially use. It's something that everybody needs, and so it's really important that we get some innovations kicked off.
This all wouldn't work without money, obviously, without investors, and thankfully, green investing, ESG investing, impact investing has been a big trend.
100%.
So you've benefited from that greatly, I believe, in over 4 rounds now. All in all, 98 million, I believe.
I haven't summed it up, but it could be.
The last funding was raised in summer 22. Yeah. So you've been quite successful with investors.
Yeah.
What are the next investor milestones? Like, what are the next round?
Oh, that's a tricky question. So what we're currently seeing in the world is like that the whole capital markets are very shaky, and to be very honest, the majority of investors thinks, hey, be careful in terms of relying too much on the next rounds, because like what we are currently experiencing, especially the last 12 to 18 months, is like a lot of investors are just pulling back, and so we for the very first time, I mean, we had also very crazy years. You could argue if that was healthy or not, but like there was like a very easy access to capital. But this is changing currently. So this is actually a big threat for a creative and startup environment around the world. So, so in terms of the next investment round, we are looking in way more detailed cases, like how do we level efficiency and growth cases for potential investor cases. So there's a certain shift in strategy. And just because you asked, access to capital is, I think, is key, especially in our industry. It's like our competitors are multi-billion-dollar companies like P&G, Unilever, Henkel, and they are dominating the market. So the most people, they don't have a clue how big their marketing pockets are. They do a TV advertising in a manner, I don't know, they could potentially finance 100 startups each year just by their TV spendings, and it's insane. So, and you need to, firstly, to find your window of opportunity. In our case, that was Instagram and social media. When we started, I had just told that at the summit on the stages. Everybody said, hey, okay, the concept is amazing, but guys, forget about it, selling cleaning products on Instagram. There's just no way. And actually, literally everybody said that. And it's like, why should I buy cleaning products on Instagram? I go to, in Germany, it's very famous. We have drugstores. So the drugstores are dominating, exactly, and DM are dominating the household cleaning and personal care area. And
you are in Rossmann.
By now, yeah, and like after a couple of years, but it was also a very, very big fight, and and then you're facing totally new dynamics, and then you're really in the game with the big ones. And so we said, okay, well, it's just because no one ever tried it, and so we created the product. We said we created the product more Instagrammable. Like until then, if you opened up your cleaning cupboard, it's like more an aesthetic torture. And so now the products, they are really nice. Even people are writing us, okay, we don't put them in the cleaning cupboard anymore. We just leave them out there, a kitchen cleaner, and just it's easy because it looks nice. So and this also helps, to make it Instagrammable. That's how we call it. And by that we were able to, because like literally none of the big corporations has been on social media. Like it was just like, there's no use for laundry detergent or cleaning detergent, and that was our window of opportunity. And and therefore you need money at the end, because you want to build a brand, you want to acquire customers and do all that stuff.
I think I'm gonna have to close. But one last, maybe brief question. How do you personally, as an entrepreneur, and we talked about breathing, how do you overcome fear of failure or self-doubt?
Well, I think as an entrepreneur in general, I think there is a bias that the fear of failure is not as strong as with other personas, I would say, because you fail literally every day. And it's like, sometimes I describe my job as constant war zone. You're fighting.
And it's a struggle.
Exactly, especially as a CEO, you never, you don't get all the, achievements and positive results and success stories. It's more like people approach you because, okay, this is fucked up, we messed up here, this is not working, we need this. And so you're actually, struggling the whole day. So I think if you start your company, you should feel familiar in this the surrounding. Nevertheless, I think the most important thing is like, and I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but like in the yogi sphere, they always say your body is your temple. So you should really take care for your mental health, your physical health, and all this stuff, because at the end, this is what keeps you running. So I would say I'm doing a lot of that: sleeping, taking care for my nutrition, sport, and all
yoga.
Yoga, not as much as I want to, but we installed like an outdoor gym in front of our office, so we try to do a lot of sport, and hopefully sooner or later kick off yoga again. This would be really nice.
Cool. Well, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.